San Francisco Mayor Daniel Lurie marking 6 months in office. The mayor addressed the Board of Supervisors this afternoon, saying City Hall is, quote, demonstrating what a new era of collaboration can achieve. The mayor also joined us on KRON 4 News at noon today, and one of the questions to him involved a campaign promise of his to provide a certain number of shelter space for the homeless, something he has not yet provided. Here's what he had to say about his current strategy.
We are focused on getting results for people on the street, for the residents of San Francisco. So it means building the right kind of beds. I'll give you one example. At 822 Gary Street, we have created a stabilization center for our outreach teams, our law enforcement, to bring somebody in there, get stabilized, get assessed, instead of having those people go to SF General, where it costs tens and tens of thousands of dollars. We're getting them into a place where they can get really coordinated care and into the right kind of mental health bed or drug treatment bed. So we've already stood up 400 beds. We're anticipating another 1,000 by the end of the year.
Despite those numbers, the mayor is still under fire from some homeless advocates for wanting to change a provision in a voter-approved initiative to fund homeless services. The funds from the Prop C business tax would still go toward the homeless.
But the proposed change would make it easier for the Board of Supervisors to direct certain funds towards one service versus another. KRON 4's Dan Kerman reports.
We need housing.
Homeless residents and their advocates rallied outside San Francisco City Hall Tuesday to protest a proposal to change a tax measure known as Prop C, which was approved by voters in 2018 to fund homeless services.
The big deal is democracy. By subverting the will and the intent of voters, we are setting a precedent that will be hard to walk back in the future.
As written, at least 50% of the funds must be appropriated for permanent housing, at least 25% for mental health services, up to 15% for prevention, and up to 10% for shelter and hygiene. Surplus revenues must be appropriated the same way, unless 8 members of the Board of Supervisors, a so-called supermajority, make a change. But in a proposal worked out between the mayor and the Budget Committee, only 6 votes or a simple majority would be needed to allocate those surplus funds differently.
We need to adapt. We need to change. Fentanyl has changed the game. So we want to use some of that money to go after and stand up more shelter, more mental health, more drug treatment beds. And so we're focused on delivering for the people of San Francisco. It's going before the board. We're in talks with the Board of Supervisors, and we feel very confident that it will pass.
But homeless advocates see this as a power grab on the part of the mayor and believe he's too focused on shelter beds versus permanent housing.
We have a mayor that talks about collaboration, that talks about working with folks. To be true to the word, there's no need then to remove that supermajority requirement. No need at all.
The Board of Supervisors will vote at their meeting next week whether or not to change that provision from a supermajority to a simple majority. At San Francisco City Hall, Dan Kerman, KRON 4 News.